And good morning, everyone. It's Friday from Odyssey of Ascension. Friday's channeling from Odyssey of Ascension. I'm Roxanne. And let's channel for you today. Exciting. Yay! Just to catch you guys up, someone made a joke. Someone, Angel, in the middle of me drinking water, so I swallowed the water like I was a fish. But I'm still breathing air, so it's caught. So if there's a big burp is what I'm saying, it might happen. So pardon. Okay. Awesome. Good morning once again to the collective. Ocyphius here. Let's see. No. All right. In this new now, everything is new. We'd like to discuss this, let's say, part of your illusion. To give you some clarity, some offering that we have seen, watched, and observed you in your continuation of yourself through your own expansions, and as an overall collective idea, what we sense in that feeling idea, what is going on with you that is, let's say, most challengeable, and this is how, let's say, the council gets together in some aspects, and we all sit in the now and just read and say, okay, this would be like the best defining idea to impart that would, let's say, give clarity in the mirror of what you may not be noticing. All right, expectancy, we'll start with that one. The idea of expectancy is limitation, we all understand that. Expectancy truly is anything beyond the now. Anything in time is expectancy. You want to and expect things to happen positive for you. You are hoping ideas will come true for you, but hope implies doubt. But if hope is where you're at, awesome. There's no wrongs. Just look as if you know there's no hope. You don't need hope. Although hope is most beneficial to those in that moment. So relax. But in expectancy of it, let's say, particular outcome, truly limits what is possible. And we're getting this from a, let's say, channeler. Thank you. We thought it was an excellent understanding to impart, giving it a little more clarity, a little more vibration. So if you're sitting in your now, what do you expect in your life? Watch and answer this question. What do I expect? Watch, because now you're getting the visuals. And that answers that you are giving yourself are limitations. You can have, as Bashar has said, the expectancy, which is neutral in any defining expectations. It's an overall expectancy that you are, let's say, God. Yes, that you are going to have an excellent, let's say, soul-filling journey. That's your expectancy if you want to use that word. But any expectations in definition is limiting, for it is only in time. You can't expect now because now is now. So everything now is here. So if it's all here, you can't expect. What you can do, is judge it, because it didn't fit your expectations once again. The expectation of yourself comes from the limitations of what you have been taught, perpetuating. The ideas of outcome we talked about before. So in your expectancy realm, lessen it by bringing the future more closer to now. In steps. You know that, are you, let's say, ask yourself this, are you worried about next Christmas? No. This Christmas is coming up. So that's where you're focused on the idea of an expectation on Christmas. However, Christmas is going to be next year Do you have worries or expectations about that? It's too far away to really think about. But as things come closer to you in time, events of expectations, then your expectancy is, let's say, charged. And that charging of it only limits to it what it's supposed to be based on your hopes, your ideas, of maybe past, let's say, ideas of what Christmas was like. Taking this Christmas into account. I need to buy for, I need to buy for. We're going to have the family dinner. This people might come over, these family members, and it's going to be this like it was last year. You are expecting something to occur. That is limiting, of course, because the now is the only time. Don't think you need to go out and do your Christmas shopping until it's effortless. Don't think what you need to get them. You can ask them. That kind of idea. What do you like? Truly, if you want to feel that, you can. But you already co-created the moment. Think about it. In that now exists. You're in this now, from this perspective, let's say viewing all that is. In time, in space, now. That now is already perfect. For every now is perfection. It can be no other thing. Your view of it is your own distortions of beliefs. We understand that. Now, that idea of that future time and how you want to make it better than it is your expectations. Letting go of the expectations allows it once again to become the perfection of it, what it is. So if you're regretting an idea of action from the past because you didn't put enough into it, still is expectation in that fashion as well. You're regretting your actions, your this or that about a future now because it didn't work out. That's still expectation. Everything is drawing back to the moment of now. 10 minutes, expectancy, easy. Have nothing to do today? No expectancy. Just let's see what happens. But Monday, I've got to go to work. I'm expecting to go to work. Then your whole triggering of memory is now going to appear to you in vision of your expectations on what it was, because it cannot be what is going to be, because that is unknown. But as it was, you are putting validation into that Monday morning on what it's going to be with your expectations from the past. Or to change them when it's already changed, already perfect. Let it go. See what happens. The farther you look out into the future, you can feel you really don't care about 5 years from now. You just know something's going to happen. You have retirement in the back of your mind, maybe. But a year from now, maybe you're planning on getting married or you're planning a trip next summer. That's on your mind, but it's not that solid in expectations. But it's still there. You draw back closer to, let's say, Christmas. This month, so to speak, in your time. So you are starting to build in your mind what you want it to be. This is a great time to just allow and watch yourself be the miracle every moment and take care of all the needed things in the moment that's perfect. Try it. You're not going to ruin Christmas. You're going to be perfect in it. So don't expect anything of this idea that you are going to experience for those of you who celebrate that idea of Christmas. If you don't celebrate, any holiday will do. Anything that you are putting yourself out to be happy when you already are happy. Don't try, don't force, don't, let's say, build that. Dream about it on its beauty, sure. But don't take that dream and bring it down into 3D and start taking action in the future from the now in a controlling sense to give you happiness when it already is perfect. All right. Now we're going to talk about regrets of yourself in the mirror, because you're the only one here. So, when you see an action, and we're talking an interaction in the past, we're going to talk about you let's say, being mad at yourself for action that you did at one time. Now, you can forgive yourself of these actions. We're going to go to the other people in a minute, so stand by. You can forgive yourselves for these actions. Now, I want you to dig this. Dig it. Dig it. Let's say, best way to say it, yeah. There is no forgiveness. You don't need to forgive unless that is your permission slip to let go of it is okay. Don't forgive in the idea of, I don't need to forgive, with the vanity intention behind it, because I didn't do anything wrong. Of course you didn't. But if you're solidifying, justifying that I didn't do anything wrong and I don't need to forgive myself, then that in and of itself is limiting. No, there's no forgiveness needed, because it's your reality, it's your dream, it's your journey, it's your experience to understand. To forget, to remember. Think about that. Feel it. How peaceful it is. Oh, I just chose this. So if you're looking at regrets of your past selves, celebrate once again, for without that action, you do not understand who you are now. But you look back at that, and you see yourself more so now, more so, of actions that you took upon another in expense of their well-being, if you will, and you are, let's say, guilty about it. Not so happy of your actions. You regretted it. Really? Regret is an absolute guilt factor. Let's say, who is it? Al Pacino, the devil's advocate. You have a bag of bricks called guilt. You're holding it over in your back. All you got to do is put it down. Put it down. It's not yours unless you choose to carry it. It is the illusion of separation to know that bag of guilt, bag of bricks, he called it, that guilt for, let's say, past actions of regrets is a paradigm of illusion. As a paradigm to reflect back to you, there is no guilt. There is no regrets. I was at my best, highest self in that moment. Which is, again, every single moment you are in action. Period. You are doing, vibrating your highest peak self all the time. Because that's the best view of yourself every moment. Ask God. Now, when you look at the past self of regrets, and it harbors a feeling inside you, that of guilt, forgive yourself. Or no, you need no forgiveness. It's up to you. But if that guilt inside of you is causing a vibrational, let's say, resonance of pain, of guilt, of suffering, of regret, anything you feel, you gotta listen to the feelings more and more so. Because as the tsunami of love grows, which it is getting humongous, in this now, you are so aware of the most minute vibrations that are hidden in you. And they're welling up because they're being bombarded by what they are, but forgot love as you. All of those vibrations, all of the fear, all of the negative is feeling itself in the mirror. And you are representing that to yourself if it is that of a harboring inside of you that no longer serves you. So when you feel those feelings of regret, of doubt, of yourself in action, know that that's the illusion you're releasing and rejoice. For that is expansion. That is healing. That is sending out telepathically to all your brethren in arms in this density now to feel the vibrational release of the collective of humanity raising itself. You don't feel it in what you would understand your conscience level a lot of the time. But when you get a moment of epiphany or just a feeling all of a sudden that you can't equate to why I'm feeling so good all of a sudden, that's it. Because humanity has raised its vibration. Someone has understood itself and limitations and released that. And then you as a collective feel happier, lightened up, joyful. So we'll look at the self first. Time reader.
15 minutes.
We'll look at the self first. of yourself in action. Everything that you look at in the past, which now, again, these memories that you haven't thought of in many different nows of this official you is going to be so prevalent. Now, there is the modality of past selves that you must go back and release that karma of a past life. No, you don't need to. That's not a requirement because there is no plan. So if you're not feeling any past lives in your, let's say, specific self to heal a past life of regret that you are not doing, let go of that. If it doesn't vibrate with you, poof. Because there's no requirements. There's no certain way to do it because it's your holodeck. If you get an idea of a past life that is in your dreams, you being the slayer of the young child on some, let's say, mission to conquer some country, then that's you. Awesome. Look at it as expansion, love, creation, understanding the journey. For again, it's not you that you are ascending. It is the civilization of humanity. Now, take that to heart. All right. So, the feelings of yourself, little tiny thoughts when you were a child, dream states of this official you mainly, will be in play more and more. You will be, let's say, getting out all the residue, if you will, that has not been apparent. Because most of the collective has been so focused on the official you in short-term memory idea, what's happened, that's where your main focus of your healing has occurred, which is great. But now, as you feel more happy, more joyous, you're not seeing in short memory what needs to be healed. So you go about your nows. But as you go about your nows, in love, you are vibrating higher, which only exposes parts of you unseen until this now, that, let's say, no longer need to be in you. The vibrations of negativity all of a sudden, it's like, wow, where does that come from? Oh, let's feel it out. That kind of idea. These are self-regrets, self-guilt. These are encompassing of you. There's another portion that is all you as well, but we will talk about that after the break, so to speak. That is the other person that you're holding grudges against. Okay? So now focus upon this you. Anytime from the, let's say, the deepest thought of memory of, let's say, being born. At that moment forward is accessible. If it's not, you don't need to know it. Don't look at it and say, what happened at 2? I know something. If it's not there, don't focus on it. Allow your higher self to give you everything you need to show you, oh, that was not my fault. I did my best at the moment. If you need the idea, the permission slip, I will forgive myself, of course. Because I deserve it. Why? Because I am God. We are all equal. We are all one. Okay? So forgive yourself in any fashion of regret from any single time of your life. The ones that are prevalent will vibrate up into your conscious awareness. And that's when you consciously can forgive yourself. But as the Course in Miracles said, there is no forgiveness because it's all a dream. Truly. It's all co-creation to expand an idea. The game of humanity, the civilization. So forgiveness really doesn't need to be in there unless, once again, you choose it. We're telling you this because there's a lot of dogma behind forgiveness. Either way, it's all you. Make sense? Yes. Booyah. All right, we'll take a break. I'll give you a few moments. I bid you a good moment. I don't know. He's so cool. All right, guys. We'll take a break. I love you.